Oh, come on. And now we get to work out why it's decided it doesn't want to actually display anything anymore. Ah. It's decided to try and be a different window. There we go. Let's actually try having a window now. Worst part about old games. So, what I managed to do earlier was actually finish Chapter 4. So, we will move on to have a look at what comes next in the story. Also, turn the music down a bit so I can hear things. And work out why it's decided the screen is going to be a weird size. I really wish there was just a neat way of being able to make games always play at a sensible resolution. And not, resolutions from 20,000 years ago. Okay, it's probably about as good as we're going to make it. So, we have some truly horrendous terrain by the looks of it. Turn everything on. So we got some trees and we got some stone on both sides by the looks of it. And keep looking for the gateway. There is limited space for buildings. Carefully consider how to exploit your resources. I'm sure I can exploit. Okay. So that'll do to start off there. We'll expand a little bit on this side and have a quarry. And that will get all of our basic resource production underway. So, and now we get to watch for a moment as they try and suddenly fill up all of the road systems with infinite resources, apparently. Do you reckon we can build a farm here and actually have it produce something? And we may as well start trying to get resources and things running. Actually make some kind of initial progress, right? It's always the first part that makes it really tempting to just use the cheat, not to actually cheat, but just because it gives you more time skip options. Okay, we're getting somewhere early anyway. I guess while we're waiting, let's send out some scouts, see if we can actually have a look at the area that's around us a little bit and work out what's going on there. That's a lot of stone. That looks like mine territory. Hopefully we can actually get some reasonable metals. Because one of the annoying things in the last level is you don't get any iron. You have to actually start building ships and sailing off to get iron from other places. It's incredibly annoying. Is that all the scouts wanted to do then? And there's still one of them out there. The other ones decided to just not bother. I'd build a lookout tower if it wasn't a colossal waste of resources. Have a map open in the corner there. Huzzah! Also, probably don't want coins active this early. So let's just get rid of those. And may as well start trying to chunk through all of this stone. I suspect there's something really bad on the other side of it, but, you know. I'm sure there's some sort of saying about things being ventured, gained, etc. Call in the geologists. Do you have any donkeys on this level to start with? Nope. So we want donkeys, we're going to have to start those off as well. Honestly, they really don't give you much on this level. And that is a dedicated scout. Look at her go. Just readjust the music levels to make sure that everyone gets this track stuck in their head as much as I do. So I'm pretty sure it's literally the only track that plays. Okay. Got some coal at least. I guess we probably go mill and bakery first. That seems sensible. And have a well. You found more coal. Well done. It's in the same place as the other coal. Okay. I guess we also want a brewery fairly early on. I guess if we have functionally unlimited stone here, we can probably get away with using catapults if we need them. No. Tweak all the military settings a bit. Basically set up our nation for conscription. Okay, yeah, we have no resources, basically. Get ready to delete this sudden slew of messages that comes again. I'm trying to think which other races we've met now. So we've met the Nubians, as they're called. We met the Vikings in the last level. I think there's still the Japanese were a race in this. Or a tribe, I should say, rather than a race. I mean, yeah, it's not that this actually had functional differences between any tribes, it's just they called them some different names, I guess, is basically it. Huzzah! So, got coal, we've got iron. Next step, expand to somewhere where we can actually process these. Also maybe think about additions to wood processing. Okay. I'm pretty sure your productivity should be above 0%, given that you've produced more than 0 things. Like, if you're just producing your first one, then maybe. Okay. And yeah, for anyone wondering why I always seem to have this set up, it's just what I found out seems to work the best for the wood production. So a forester and 2 woodcutters will generally balance each other out and keep a sawmill fully supplied. So you end up producing boards for construction at a reasonable rate that way. And if you get 2 sets of it, then you can usually keep on top of most building projects. Which is important. Or so I've heard. Ooh. Have some more guardhouses ready. Aye. And that one. That one is ready. Okay. So we've got iron smelter and armory. And stick in a metal works as well, because that's often useful. I wonder if we can fit in a storehouse down here somewhere soon. But possibly not. We've got a miner. Yeah, unfortunately this game's also old enough and not, in my opinion, quite complete enough, because you can't see things like the actual material cost of a building or how much is left or any of that. Actually really handy information, which is a annoying quirk I have with this. Do we have another sawmiller available? Oh yeah, there. Okay. I always like the way as well that the sawmills, if they're far enough away from you, wherever your workers are, they'll start being filled up before the worker is even there. Immediate 50% production, just because demand is too high. Let's send out another geologist on this side and just see if it's still all iron, or if we can find any gold. Might be some gold there as well, I guess. Okay, all of these buildings are going to take a while because we are low on wood, so we'll use some scouts again and just try and get a general idea of the lay of the land. I think, what is it a scout needs as a piece of equipment? Maybe you just make infinite scouts. Fine, I'll turn on autosave. Happy? Game is like a nagging mother sometimes. Save and come for dinner. Is that a random piece of mountain there as well? No, don't just cross over, go that way. Into the unexplored bit, you know, like you're a scout. Yeah, there are quite a lot of mountains in the area. Which in some sense is good, because at least, you know, you've got plenty of resources. But on the other hand, it is a bit annoying. I don't know why I jumped to that. I knew exactly which military building was occupied. Okay, let's stick in a fishery and maybe another one up here. Just to try and make sure we produce enough food. One's ready. Yeah, there is a little mine symbol up here. All in the Hammerman. I just want the metalworks available. I don't want it, like, actually doing work just yet. Okay. So we've got some boards starting to fly around a little bit now, which is a good thing. Hooray, water. Okay. What fishery's done already? Okay, there is no fish there then. Let's see if this fishery is any more productive. Ooh, gold. That's the one we already knew about. Okay, so that mountain is empty and boring, so we can just build straight across the top of it without caring. This one, however, appears to have some gold in it. And we do like some gold. Space for another cheeky farm. Okay, and that one's got some extra coal to go with the gold. Helpful, thank you. Oh, I forgot about these ones. Close some things down. Okay. And we're at least doing well on the whole exploring everything front. They really weren't joking when they said there's not much room for buildings on this level. It is, tight for space would be a phrase. Be honest, right now I only really care about you making pickaxes. More spare stonemasons we can have, the better. So we want currently 2? We're probably out of miners as well in that case. Okay, we've got some spare miners at least. Just no stonemasons. We've got like 1,000,000 fishermen for a level where you almost can't get fish. Although this looks like sensible water again, so you might be able to get some fish down here as well. And over here. Maybe it's not quite so bad as I thought. Just not in this ugly red water, which is possibly supposed to be lava. It's a little bit hard to tell through the sort of 1980s VHS static aesthetic that's going on here. Should have a couple of miners on the way. There is one, and there is one. Excellent. We stockpiling boards yet? No, no we are not. We somehow aren't producing sufficient water. That's not a phrase you expect to say when you play this game. But we are at least conscripting more soldiers, so that's always good. This farm may not be hugely productive. Now I've looked at where it's actually placed. That's right, as we clear out some of the stone up around here, we can free up space for more farming. We still have more miners. Still got 2 more miners. Which means we can probably get away with sticking in a couple more coal mines up here. And that will just help fuel the mint. Had a feeling that was going to happen. Silly rocks getting in the way. Grr. Grr at them, I say. So that one will help us get closer at least. Try to work out if it's actually even worth putting one in there. At least all of these mines seem to be running fairly efficiently for the moment, which is gratifying at least. There was another one. Oh, it was this one. I'm actually going to turn this into a donkey breeding area, because we are slowly spreading our network of donkey paved roads. Actually, I say slowly. That's not very slow at all. It looks almost like it's trying to complete a loop. See what the geologists say up here. It looks like things are more or less going the way you'd want them to at this point in the level. We're producing gold, we're producing soldiers. So as soon as we start getting, like actual things, we can... Oh, hello! So, we found some enemies, and they're probably going to kick our asses. If we're honest. Might need to adjust the distribution of goods just to make this metalworks get a little bit more iron. Gee, thanks. I really do wish they would stop just finding water. Okay. This is probably not an interesting mountain, all in all. I guess I should probably, for completeness, just check here, but I don't think that's going to be interesting either. Okay. Yeah, so this is just continuation of the iron. Continuation of the iron sounds like it should be a thing, but I'm not sure what that thing would be. Coal, iron, coal. And this is, yeah, so we do need to be careful with our gold coin usage on this level. We're quite restricted in how much gold is actually available. We do have a lot of stone, so catapults, I think, is going to be the solution. All of the catapults. Yeah, coal is pretty well needed by all three of those. I'm not sure why the default is to always put the iron smelter on the lowest. Because it's kind of critical that coal gets there to work both the armory and the metalworks. Although, yes, it's also important that the mint gets coal. It's sort of, in some ways, less important. Does anybody want to give the metalworks some iron? Please? Okay. Now we are definitely starting to stockpile some wood. So let's have an extra sawmill here and try and do something with it. Ooh, look, Metalworks dude is working. We're gonna get some pickaxes. I mean, we'll get some very slow pickaxes, but technically we will be getting pickaxes. And that doesn't want to be getting coins. Ah, the metalworks is up to a hefty 4% there. Okay. Sneaky valley here. Let's see if that can go anywhere interesting. Yeah, we've already worked that one out, thanks. Okay, pickaxe is moving. second pickaxe is moving. Disable the metalworks again. Come on, get these pickaxes moving. Okay. Let's see if we can start unblocking some of this. Hang on, where's this coin going? Because it ain't going there. Or it better not be. It says no coins. See? Why are you loading it up with coins? The no coins flag is set, saying do not load this up with coins. And yet, it's got 3... Okay, it's not going to that one. What circuitous route is this coin taking? Okay. It's still got 2 coins somehow without the flag. Without being allowed coins, but, you know. Stick in a storehouse here. And then see where those pickaxes have got to. Ah, here. On a road desperately waiting for donkeys. Don't like doing that because that's going to potentially interfere with this farmer. Don't interfere with farmers. That's an important lesson to be learned. Oh, well, one of the pickaxes has managed to move. Suddenly, a string of soldiers. But for where? Interesting. I guess you're allowed coins now. Guess you're allowed coins now. Okay, so we've met the Japanese. Good times. It looks like we might need reinforcements along here at some point, so let's get them ready now. Mine is exhausted. Building has caused you to lose land. Unless it's actively smashing our buildings, I don't care all that much. You're allowed coins now. You should not be allowed coins. It's difficult trying to keep an eye on all these buildings to make sure they don't get coins. Well, at least I guess we can be confident that we're not short of either stone or wood. Although I'm still not sure what system it uses to prioritise which roads get donkeys first. Because there's a couple here with a big pile-up where we could really use some donkey-based assistance. Okay. Let's just make tools top priority for a second. And then we solve the problem. Reset to default. Okay, this storehouse does not want to store swords, shields, or beer. Oh wow, this is an old game. Let's not pay too much attention to what the slightly racist Romans are saying. I say slightly. You're supposed to autosave. Okay. You apparently are only worthy of a single soldier. And we're going to need to move this quarry soon, I think. Okay, I'm getting really tired for the night, so I think I'm going to leave it there for this one. And we'll pick this up again at some point in the future. And see what the Sons of Nippon, as they are apparently called, are going to do. And try to deal with the horrendous freezing menu music. Okay, so thank you for joining me, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow.